Hello stars, welcome to my channel, Stars in Harmony Oracle. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at what this Mercury Retrograde in Gemini 2022 has in store for you. So this Mercury Retrograde will occur between May 10th and June 3rd. And I'm sure you've heard of the term Mercury retrograde used before, as it tends to be one of the more popular astrological terms used in modern times. I think due to the fact that it happens so often, about 3 times a year. I hold up 6 fingers, but I meant 3. And this is more than any other planet in our solar system. But in case you aren't aware, Mercury retrograde is often associated with things like delays, miscommunication, changes of plans, technical issues, and really just any other setbacks you could relate to Mercurial themes. And those things would be like communication, technology, ideas, plans, and even business. Anyways, I will stop there for the sake of not making this intro too long. So for more specific information on this Mercury retrograde, I do encourage you to do your own research if you are so intrigued. Okay, so if you've already chosen a pile, there are timestamps down below. But before we start, I do just want to say, tarot is not an absolute and it does not control our lives. So please use these readings for confirmation and spiritual guidance. Always keeping in mind your own free will is what ultimately matters when determining what will happen within your life. Now, this is a general reading for the collective, so take what you intuitively know is meant for you and leave the rest behind. If you'd like a moment to ground, meditate, and connect to the energy of this reading, I will offer a brief meditation. And if you're drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly fine. It just means there are multiple messages for you to hear in this video. So, if you're ready, let's take a moment for a few deep breaths to connect with your spiritual team. Become fully present in your body and current surroundings, and we will jump right in. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading where we are diving into your Mercury retrograde in Gemini of 2022. So yeah, before I want to hop into any of these cards over here, the first thing I want to point out for you, Pile 1, is actually, I was just shuffling these, and I was meditating on them, and then I usually don't show the shadow card at the bottom of the deck. I usually use that for my own kind of interpretation and energy to meditate on before I go into your reading. But I just have to show you what's here because before I got into your reading, I was kind of getting this rushed feeling. And here we have the Five of Wands, okay? And this was your grounding energy. But what specifically made me want to show you this card is on this calendar here, we have all these salamanders surrounding this calendar, right? So you're very passionate about whatever this calendar is talking about. And it's circled here, June 21st, okay? And this Mercury retrograde is happening in May, and then it stations direct in June, right? So yeah, June 21st may be a very significant time for you. You may have a deadline, and this Mercury retrograde could be bringing up maybe some issues with whatever this project is that is on a deadline around this time, right? Okay. So yeah, I just thought that was super interesting. It specifically had marked June 21st. Yeah, so I do think you guys will be completing this project, whatever it is, whatever this deadline may be for you, but I do get the feeling that you're being rushed, and maybe there have been some hiccups along the way, and not just due to yourself, but maybe just due to some miscommunication with the people that you're working with. So yeah, anyways, besides the fact, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. So before I reveal your tarot cards, I want to go ahead and draw some of these astrological cards that I had for the thumbnail. So let's see for pile 1. Hopefully this doesn't shake my camera. Sometimes when I shuffle my cards on the table, it tends to shake the camera if it's like my tripod's leaned up against it. So I guess I'll see when I'm editing. Okay, pile 1. And yeah, did I say this? These are astrological cards. So we're just going to get any kind of idea or hint at what maybe this Mercury retrograde may be bringing for my pile 1s. Sometimes I shuffle these cards so like hard that the wind will blow my candle out. That's happened a couple of times. I thought that was funny. That may also have a significant meaning for you, like maybe burning the candle at both ends, or you may feel like your candle has been blown out. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching too far there. Let's see for pile 1. Let's see what this Mercury retrograde, is going to bring for my pile 1s, or any messages. Okay. Whoa, pile 1, look, can't make this up. Gemini, card number 3, and it says cross-pollinate. Interesting. So bees are actually very collaborative insects. I was going to say pets, but I guess some people might have bees as pets, like if they're making honey. Maybe you're making honey, pile 1, or you just really like honey. But anyway, as I was saying with this 5 of Wands card that was down here, there may be like a project or something that has a deadline, or maybe even just a deadline that you've made up for yourself, something you want to get done by this amount of time. For some of my pile 1s, it may also be like a birthday party you're collaborating, I'm kind of seeing, but somewhere the teamwork is kind of off at the moment, I could see, or it's just very tense and heavy, maybe just because of some errors with communication, definitely, with Gemini being here. So yeah, there may be some heavy communication issues between this time of Mercury retrograde for my pile 1s with the people around you. I think that either you're working with or that you're collaborating with for a certain event. Definitely, I'm just getting the strong feeling, something that has a deadline. But also, having the bees here, it's interesting. I was just reading about bees earlier today, but bees are very collaborative. Like I said, they like to work in groups and teams, and they're also very hard workers. They're very dedicated. Okay, so I feel like whatever this thing that you're working for might also be technology related for some of you guys, with Gemini being here. It could be like communication errors. I'm getting like fights in group texts, I'm kind of seeing, like that may just happen for you during Mercury retrograde, or maybe just getting some unexpected group texts like with family or something where they're arguing. That's just an example, so apply it to how it fits for you. But yeah, that was coming up. And look, yeah, we have 7th house relationship. So this is definitely about some kind of group collaborative thing that you're doing. I think it is for a lot of my pile 1s going to be business related. But yeah, like I said, it could also be like planning a party for somebody. Could be planning a party for a significant other with people, and you're having a hard time collaborating with like their friends, or maybe you're trying to communicate with their friends like, hey, what should I do? What does he like? And they're just kind of got their thumb up their ass doing nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and I guess jump into some tarot cards. I was going to draw more of these, but I thought this was very clear, decisive, and to the point. And you guys may also be Geminis, but just the fact that this Mercury retrograde is happening in Gemini is, just strong energy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into your tarot cards. We have, the 6 of Swords. We have the World in reverse. Okay, So you may be thinking about leaving this project before it's done because of the kind of miscommunication errors. Or you may think that this project was done and then you like come back to it to find out that it wasn't done completely. It wasn't done correctly or something like that. But let's keep drawing. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles to center your energy here. Dang. Yeah, you guys are definitely very hard workers. I do think this is business related for you, pile one, considering we have the Queen of Pentacles here. But also, the Queen of Pentacles can sometimes signify like being a homemaker. And I could totally understand if like maybe you're trying to decorate for a party, something like that. I see that you guys are very dedicated to making this work, but also the sense of you guys wanting to leave before it's finished. But I don't think you will. And back to the other point for some of my pile ones, you may have left already because you thought it was finished, you thought it was prosperous, but you come back to find out that something was messed up. But I don't think it's going to be as intense as it sounds. It might just like delay your deadline a little bit is kind of what I'm seeing, but it'll end up having like better, more prosperous results. As we can see here, she's running away from dark, murky wasteland looking area to sun, meadowy, beautiful, sunshiny area over here with a freaking fairy. Yeah, it's like spirits leading you to this through these kind of errors. So don't worry if something comes back like with errors, not completed, something that you thought was completed or done with. Don't be discouraged. It's actually leading you to something better, I'm seeing, and especially within your relationships. If you can see here, this Queen of Pentacles, usually the Queen of Pentacles sits alone on a throne, but in this deck, she is actually with, it looks like a significant friend, a significant other, but whatever this relationship stuff is, it's helping your relationships. Yeah, for sure. Maybe... Okay, so in this card here, she's kind of like the only one who is in bright colors and everyone else is kind of dreary. Same idea of what we had in this card. I feel like whatever maybe the error was is somehow going to change your perspective to see everything light and beautiful again. Okay, and you're going to enjoy collaborating with the people you're collaborating with again. Huh. I like this reading. Pile one, very interesting. Mercury retrograde for you. Like I said, whatever these changes are, these errors that happen for you within business or some kind of event that you're preparing for, or this group that you're collaborating with, it could even be at school, you know? Maybe like, example, you're in a group project and you didn't get the grade that you thought you had got. Just like, bite your tongue for a bit. Do the hard work, because I think it's going to lead to something a lot better. Okay, sorry, I kind of got wrapped up there. So we also have the Eight of Cups. Interesting. Another significator of leaving something behind. But it comes out very interestingly in this card. Usually in the Eight of Cups, we have somebody who has 8 cups, and there's an eclipse behind them, and they are leaving the 8 cups behind because they don't really feel fulfilled with them anymore. But here we can see, I'm just kind of getting the vibe that you guys, are just going to enjoy doing this work again. Because you can see here, she's not leaving any cups behind. It's like she has, if these books are her cups, okay, then she is finding something new to love about her cups. And that's how she's moving on, I see in this Eight of Cups. 8 of Chalices is what it says here. Very interesting. I'm trying to figure out what these little spirit guys are holding. I can't tell if it's like a pen or a kaleidoscope, but just another significator. Spirit's pointing you in the right direction through maybe like, you might feel like this, fixing any errors that had gone wrong. But yeah, Spirit is leading you in the right direction, and do the hard work now. It's going to lead you to really beautiful, abundant things. And I don't think you guys are very whiny about having to do the hard work. I think you guys pick up negative energies and you transmute them to something kind of like fun. especially with the Gemini energy here, which is a mutable sign, right? So I feel like you guys take any information, positive, negative, and you turn it to something to be happy about, is what I'm seeing. And you also turn it into something prosperous. I'm getting very entrepreneur, just hard-working vibes from you, pile one. Okay. So last but not least, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, another Queen card here. Fun. Yeah, and look, she's collaborating with somebody yet again. So I feel like definitely these could be miscommunication errors with the people that you're working with, collaborating with, your relationship, whatever this is for you, pile one. The communication is going to get a lot better. I feel like if somebody is having a hard time expressing their feelings as well, I feel like they're going to do that. Maybe even through a note. I could see you guys getting like a note from whoever this is. And they're like, hey, let's try working at this again. Like I said, it could be in a relationship or at work, you know, but they're like, hey, this went wrong. Let's try it again. And I feel like you're going to be getting that through some kind of like maybe a text message, or even like a letter or little like sticky notes I'm seeing for some of you. Yeah, very interesting, pile one. I love this energy for you. You guys are just very hard workers. You're not afraid to mess up and keep trying. You guys always find the light there is within the darkness, right? I feel like you guys really enjoy fixing problems, especially within your relationships. I feel like you guys really enjoy talking things out and exploring other people's perspectives. I feel like you do a really good job at that. With this world in reverse here, I'm seeing that you guys never fully complete like what your perspective is about something. You're never completely blocked off to anything because like you're constantly open to all information. I hope that was coming out the way that it popped into my head. Okay, wow, pile one. Let's move into some of, let's do some of these cards here. And I will have everything linked in the description below if you are interested. I believe this is Believe in Your Own Magic deck. So let's see for pile one. Oh my gosh. Did they catch that on camera? That was silly. But look, we only have one that flipped upright. So we're going to take that one. Let me just pick all these other guys up real quick. Okay, pile one. The card that flipped out for you is Clover. Release your guilt. Okay, interesting. So, I feel like I've been saying, I feel like you guys really turn situations into something better, something more light and carefree, but you may have a hard time with the work that you put in. Like, you love the end results, but the work to get there may stress you out a little bit, and that's completely normal. Work stresses us all out, but I feel like what this is coming here to say with the Clover and release your guilt, if these emotions have been pent up for you for a while, and you're usually this light and carefree person who turns these situations into something better, I do see that if you've been having a hard time and getting stuck in negative thoughts recently, you're going to be able to release your guilt about whatever it is, especially if the work has been stressing you out. I do think that your communication during this Mercury retrograde is going to be a big healing point in that. It may be if you have heavy Gemini placements, then you really get through life by communicating with things and with people and interacting. It's really hard for a Gemini to go through life happily without conversations with other people. And if that's been hard for you to do in your relationships recently, I see maybe these hiccups may be picked up during Mercury retrograde, but ultimately it's going to fix whatever it is. And like I've been saying, it can be a significant relationship. It could be an event that you're planning with people. a group of people that you're working with. Like I said, apply it to how it fits to you, because I'm not going to be able to nail down every single person's exact details. But let's keep going. I think I will get one more of these cards for you. Pile 1. Let's see what else we need to know about this Mercury retrograde for my beautiful pile 1s. Okay. So let's see. And I just wanted to point out here, we have 2 court cards. So this could also be with like another female in your life, or just some, yeah. And look, we have 2 females right here. You may be like at it, or like maybe your friends haven't really been able to reach out to you very much. You guys have all been really busy. And I feel like after this Mercury retrograde, it could also fix that area of your life for some of my pile 1s. Okay, let's get one more card for pile 1. What this Mercury retrograde is going to mean for them. Let's see. Pile 1. Oh, it's more, but we're going to take this top one and put these puppies behind. Okay. So we have here, look, another 3 card. And look, this is 21, which adds up to 3. So if you guys have been seeing 3s everywhere, that doesn't surprise me. I feel like, yeah, you guys are definitely going to be in a new cycle of whatever this is, because the World card here is also 21, which goes to 3. So yeah, I feel like you guys are manifesting a new cycle in your life throughout this Mercury retrograde, or like a new outcome to something, or you're just going to be like leveling up in a relationship or something like that. So we have here Castle. It's time for healing, not war. Yes, okay, that just made my stomach drop. If you have been having a hard time communicating with people around you and expressing your feelings, you guys may have an easier time doing it through your journaling and stuff. You guys may be the one writing like a sorry letter or something, or vice versa. But I am getting that energy. There may be some miscommunication throughout this Mercury retrograde, but just stay strong, because I do think throughout the end, look, this Queen of Pentacles with her lover, or her, like her best friend, whatever that person, whatever they mean together, you know, this is what you ultimately will get within your relationships. You just have to, yeah, just keep holding on for the moment. Any harsh words won't be left untouched, unreviewed, and unhealed, because I know as a Gemini, or you guys just have very heavy Gemini energy, or this Mercury retrograde is in Gemini, so it's very important. But besides the fact, it's very communicative energy, and you guys really need some closure through communication. And that's how you guys are going to be able to heal. And I think for some of my pile 1s, I am hearing right now that some of you guys may be trying to make amends with somebody before a certain time period, as we have this like finish line, or that date that was circled, June 21st over here. Oh, look, another 21. Dang, guys. Yeah, so June 21st could be a very significant date for you, pile 1. If you guys remember this video and something happens then, leave me a comment down below, because I am intrigued. My camera's starting to overheat, so hopefully we can get through this video, because I am not done looking into this energy. It's very interesting. Yeah, especially if you guys said something that you are not proud of. I feel like you're going to get ability to make amends through this, okay? Just some kind of miscommunication error that this Mercury retrograde is bringing for you within your some kind of partnership, but also it could just be like business, some kind of group thing. Interesting. So what else do I want to get? Let's get some of these moon cards. Now these are moon mansion cards, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about the mansions of the moon, but we're gonna see what messages we can pull, because she was really calling to me when I was picking out the decks for this video. So I feel like she's got something to say. So if we need to read it out of the book, we can do that. Let's just see what happens. What does Mama Moon want to say to my pile of 1s? Let's see. And I haven't used this deck in a while, because you know, I want to know more about the mansion, so I struggle to use this deck and, you know, pull messages out of it all the time, but sometimes they're like loud and very clear. So let's see what we can get. Pile 1. What does the moon want to say, pile 1, about Mercury retrograde? Let's see. Pile 1. Miss Mercury retrograde. Oh, okay, we got one. So we have, oh, look. Oh my goodness, pile 1. This is definitely about a relationship for a lot of my pile 1s. If you guys are hoping that they're going to send you a note or a text message or a letter, I think you will be getting that. But I think you might be in this energy for a little bit if you're thinking about it too much and hoping for it too much. But look, oh my gosh, pile 1, my stomach is like fluttering. Look, this Queen of Pentacles that is centering your energy, we have these roses here. And here we also have the roses. And we also have diversity in both of these cards here. So beautiful, the correspondences. Wow. You cannot make this stuff up. And it says here, bouquet. You guys may get some flowers. If you guys are hoping for like flowers and your birthday's like at the end of June or something, you guys may be getting those with a little handwritten message or love note for those of you that it's like a significant relationship. Which I think for a lot of my pile 1s with this energy right here, yeah, for sure. But for those of you that it's like a business thing or a friendship, I could just see them giving you a gift and saying sorry for the heatedness that came up. Wow, so beautiful. Pile 1. Dang. Okay, sorry. Now I'm going overboard fixing this. I really want these cards to be like together. And I want to read it out of the book as well. Okay, yeah, we're going to read this out of the book. And we're also leaving this puppy right on top of this because, dang. And also Gemini has the twins, right? So that's also corresponds to 2 people. Very interesting. Okay, yeah, let me grab the book. Also, pile 1, I just wanted to point out here, it says here Venus and Uranus. So whatever this relationship is, it may not be the kind of relationship that everyone sees in their eyes. It may be very, you guys may be doing very unexpected things, very liberating things, very unique things. What am I trying to say here? It's a very unconventional relationship, but you guys are going to find a way to make it work, whatever it is. And like I said, this does not have to be a significant relationship. Just apply it to yours. Okay, so I guess I'm going to read just the card meaning. And it says here, harmonious Libra is the sign of relationships. And Venus, united with sudden and often shocking planet Uranus, denotes the occurrence of an unexpected or illicit love affair or relationship. Interesting. This is without a doubt a love card, whether you expect to draw one or not. If you draw this card, you or someone else of relevance to the matter in question is experiencing a sudden, overwhelming feeling of love. So sorry about that, pile 1. My camera did end up overheating, like I had said. But it reminded me, we were talking about how this is Venus and Uranus, and I have actually been watching Married at First Sight, which is very Venus and Uranus. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that. But let's continue reading here. It says, if you draw this card, you or someone else of relevance to the matter in question is experiencing a sudden, overwhelming feeling of love. This card can express itself as a surprising but ultimately long-lasting relationship or a brief lesion or regretted love affair. It denotes a situation in which you are shaken out of an emotional groove, like we were saying earlier, as unexpected excitement and even passion is aroused by meeting someone new. Very interesting. So I could see for some of my pile 1s where this is significating like love. I could see maybe some miscommunication from somebody in your past and them finally like returning. But also for those of you where this is like a work situation, I just see you guys getting like a burst of passion and excitement for whatever this project is again, even through any kind of like miscommunication and errors you've had due to maybe other people around you. I just feel like you're going to be working very well with people. There's going to be very good communication after this Mercury retrograde is over, and maybe even after that date. 21 kept coming up, so June 21st could be very significant for you. And then it said here that whatever the matter in question is, you will experience a sudden, overwhelming feeling of love. So for those of you, I said you might be sent flowers. I could definitely see that happening. Like an exciting surprise that shows somebody how much they value you. Maybe something that you've been waiting on for a while. Okay? So, pile one, let's go ahead. I think we will close off with some affirmation cards to help you throughout this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so yeah, like I said, if you have been having miscommunication errors with loved ones, people that you're working with, and especially like if you have a birthday coming up, like maybe you are a Gemini, and you're expecting somebody maybe to not reach out, I could see them definitely reaching out at the end of this Mercury retrograde, or somebody at work reaching out to make amends, like sending you flowers saying, hey, you are doing a good job, you know? So let's see for my pile. Oh, that came out quick, huh? So we have here, it says, creating roots. Like tree roots snaking into the earth, I will create a solid foundation before reaching for the moon and stars. Like swaying branches in the wind, I can move, bend, and even break, but challenging times will never cause me to fall. Yeah, whatever this relationship is or group, you guys are very strong together. You guys, like I said, are very dedicated people, very strong, passionate people, and very loyal people as well. And I think that whatever is being shaken up during this Mercury retrograde in your relationships, you could definitely have Gemini in the 7th house also. Like this could be miscommunication errors within your relationships because you have Mercury retrograding in the 7th house. But yeah, whatever is happening, it's helping to shake up roots to make your roots stronger. Does that make sense? Especially with these flowers here. Like maybe things weren't producing flowers anymore in your relationships, and after this Mercury retrograde, those flowers are going to start to be produced again because of some kind of shakeup or communication issues, and I could definitely see them starting to get better after the 21st of June. Okay, pile one. So let's see what else we have here. Okay. One closing card for my pile one. Oh, dang, they're talking loud to you. They're like serious about getting this message to you, pile one. Okay, let's see. We have unique power. It says my uniqueness. Oh, we were talking about uniqueness and this like unique love affair, or I feel like you guys just are in this relationship with somebody or like a group. You guys are very innovative. You're very hardworking, but it's something completely different from what other people are doing. Or like if it is a significant relationship, you guys aren't very conventional, but you guys like make it work. Like you guys make it work really good. Other people really look up to you, and I think in the future also could come to you about advice for how to communicate with their partners, I'm seeing. Okay, it says, my uniqueness separates me from the monotony of others, and I find great joy in this. Blending in is no longer in my vocabulary. I will shine like the moon and stars over everyone I meet. I will never again let others diminish my light. Yes, okay, so definitely pile one. This Mercury retrograde is going to bring up some communication errors in your relationships. Maybe some harsh words are said. Maybe some things come out that make you feel very isolated. And something to do with that due date as well. Something being delayed that you thought would happen quicker. Yeah, that's definitely what's going to be happening for you within this Mercury retrograde, pile one. But after this, I feel like you guys are going to find a unique and innovative way to communicate, or maybe you guys will start communicating Like maybe people aren't used to you breaking out of your shell, right? And now you're like letting these flowers blossom and showing people like you're not afraid after this Mercury retrograde. Something's going to be healed in the communication department of my pile ones, in your relationships, or like a group that you're working with. And definitely I could see for my pile ones, this may be like a girl and girl relationship, you know, because we have these two girls here, we have these two girls here, and we have this diversity here. Okay, so just really a diverse, unique relationship, something that most people aren't used to, but it works well for you, pile one. And if that's how you're vibing, then vibe that way, you know. But just know that these miscommunication errors aren't the end. It's just the process of Mercury retrograde, and it's leading you guys to better, beautiful things. And also, pile ones, expect some flowers. I'm really just seeing that for you guys, okay? Especially if you guys get flowers June 21st, you guys better let me know, because that would be pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so I am going to close off your reading here, pile one. Thank you so much for watching. I am beyond grateful to have you here today, sharing your beautiful energy with me. Yeah, if this reading has resonated for you, leave a comment down below letting me know, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps support this channel so I can keep providing content for you wonderful souls. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I will see you next time. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading, where we will be looking at your Mercury retrograde in Gemini 2022. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into your reading. Before we start, I do want to say I was kind of getting the vibes of you guys might have to rewrite something, because I was trying to record your intro and I just kept messing up. So yeah, it made me think that you guys might have to rewrite something that you've done, or yeah. So I want to go ahead and start with these cards that I had in the thumbnail. These are astrological cards. I'll have everything in the description below if you're interested. But let's see for my pile twos what this Mercury retrograde is going to bring. What will happen? Let's just see anything about Mercury retrograde for pile two. Okay. So let's see, pile two, start your messages on this Mercury retrograde and what it's going to mean for you. Any messages that we can get for my pile twos. Okay, let's see. So right off the bat, with the cards not wanting to give me anything, it's also giving me the vibes of you guys maybe having struggling to produce something. Like maybe you keep rewriting something because you're not happy with the results, and so you keep reproducing something. How many cards was this? Okay, we're gonna keep these because wow, that's some strong energy. So we have here, pile two, Aries, okay? And it says act. So you guys may be Aries or have some very strong Mars energy I'm seeing, because we also have here the card Mars, okay? Motion. And this actually came out in reverse. So it's making me think that you guys are having trouble getting something in motion during this Mercury retrograde, okay? And you may be used to acting on things and it going smoothly for you, because I feel like you guys may, in fact, have Mars and Aries. I mean, are these next to each other? No, this is 1 and 22. So these just randomly came together out of the deck. If you're not aware, Aries is the traditional ruler for Mars. So Mars, when it's in Aries, that's its home sign. So maybe you guys have strong Aries energy. You guys definitely might have Mars in Aries, but you guys are definitely used to taking action and taking control, and things kind of, I'm seeing things usually play out for you, but during this Mercury retrograde, okay, things may be a little bit harder than usual to get in motion, okay? You may also, I'm hearing, have to collaborate with other people because Aries is a very independent energy, right? It acts on its own. And that's probably why you guys are able to get things in motion so fast, is because you guys just only have to work on your own terms. But I'm seeing for some reason you might have to maybe collaborate with other people or meet someone else's standards. You're somehow collaborating with this Mercury retrograde happening in Gemini. And it's something you'll have to sustain throughout the 3 weeks that this is happening. And you'll have to figure out a way to work with them in order to get things back in motion, whatever this Mercury retrograde brings for you. Interesting. Okay, and yeah, especially if this is something that you're writing, you guys may usually, I'm hearing, do like independent contracting, but for some reason you're having to deal with other people, and so you're having a hard time getting things in motion that way. But mainly for some reason, you're having to deal with other people, and so you can't act confidently and with the boldness and feistiness that you usually do. It's almost like you're having to cool down your hot head in some way, right? But also, if you guys are struggling to do a writing project, or you're having to rewrite something, redo something that was once in motion, but it's in a standstill because of this Mercury retrograde, I'm seeing you guys, maybe it might make you a little hot-headed, okay, with all of this Mars and Aries energy here, but ultimately try and take that energy and transmute it or use it for something rather than things destructive like being angry and whatever that may lead you to. Try and use it and channel it to, just doing whatever you need to do to make ends meet while things are in a standstill. Okay, whatever that means for you, pile 2. But let's go ahead and move into your tarot cards here. We have, the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, especially you guys may be trying to get something new off the ground with your finances, and now you're having to work with other people through because of your taxes or finances or some reason having to collaborate with somebody else. But for the most part, you're usually very independent. And I think maybe what's happening for you this Mercury retrograde is you may have a hard time getting past this independent mindset in order to move forward, or you may just butt your head against somebody a couple times during this Mercury retrograde. But let's keep going. The 2 of Swords. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's definitely you're trying to make, I feel like this is a financial opportunity or a financial goal that you have right now. A new opportunity that you have for, it doesn't even have to be finances. It could also just be stable things for the future, or also things that nurture you, deciding you like gardening or something like that is what I'm hearing. But it's with this 2 of Swords here, you're having to work with 2 people's opinions is what I'm seeing, okay? With these 2 fairies here, and I do see that you will be able to, towards the end of this Mercury retrograde, you're going to be able to hold both perspectives in balance is what I'm seeing here, especially because Aries and Libra oppose each other, and this is ruled by Libra. So there may be a conflict with somebody else that you're having, like I've been saying, but towards the end of this Mercury retrograde, I think you'll be able to sort this out. Let's see. We have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Another 2 card. And we also have 22 here. So 2s maybe popping up a lot for you recently. We also have 2 1s here. Okay, so yeah, very interesting. Yeah, because grounding this energy, what's making this Mercury retrograde so difficult for you guys, and it's really disrupting things, disrupting the motion that you've had towards achieving your goals. It's some kind of error within your a relationship or something, and this doesn't have to be a significant relationship. I know, oops, sorry. Okay, well, that was loud. For some of you guys, it's definitely a significant relationship with how loud Spirit was on that. But for those of you that it's not, like I said, this could be like a business goal or something. I'm also seeing here, for some of my pile 2s, during this Mercury retrograde, you guys may disagree about something financially. Yeah, some kind of financial goal that you have and share with somebody else, but you don't share the same views on it. Like I was saying, you may have to be dealing with somebody else's to like help do taxes or something in a financial way. You're used to doing things independently, and now your motion is being disrupted because you're having to work with somebody else, I am seeing here. Okay, pile 2. So let's keep going. We have, yeah, look, the Knight of Cups. I think this is actually going to be a better offer than you're expecting. I think it's going to help you really see what makes you happy is what's coming to mind here. And not like regarding this goal, but like regarding your relationships. I think it's going to help you see inside of yourself a little more. Like you may need to break out of this independent kind of attitude and lifestyle and stop the motion to tend to some of your more relational things during this Mercury retrograde. And it may be disrupting the motion between your financial goals or material goals, what you're trying to achieve in life, in your relationships, okay? And I feel like during this Mercury retrograde, Spirit is asking you to take a deep look into yourself. And as you can see here with on the 2 of Swords, there's 2 sides, right? So on this side, we have the 2 of Cups in reverse, right? So this obviously makes me think of some kind of relationship that's not balanced, it's not stable, and it's not bringing as much happiness as it used to. And so you've been on this independent kind of pursuit for a while. But Spirit's asking you to like stop what you're doing because this is upright. The Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity is doing fine. And if you need to take time during this Mercury retrograde to tend to this part, you may be having indecision whether to do that or not. Pursue your independent goals or pursue healing within your relationship. And I think during this Mercury retrograde, you're going to be taking a deep look into yourself and really get to the root cause of whatever this is here. Let's see. We have the 8 of Cups. Interesting. So the regular 8 of Cups usually has, 8 cups, and there's an eclipse, and there's somebody walking away from the 8 cups. And because they're almost like bored with it. It's not bringing them fulfillment anymore. But here in this card, I am seeing that they're finding, not even that they're finding fulfillment in something again, but they're sticking it out. They're like sticking it through, and this may in fact be talking about trying to stick it through whatever this Ace of Pentacles thing that is that you're trying to grasp and trying to get a hold of in your life. And I feel like you're going to be asked to take a break from this kind of energy during Mercury retrograde to really tend to your relationships, okay? So like I said, you may have very strong Aries energy in your chart. I could also see Libra. My ears started ringing when I said that, so whatever that means. But yeah, see here on this side we have the says Knave of Chalices, so I think that's the Page of Cups. Definitely the Page of Cups. So it's like you have this opportunity to leave behind something that's not fulfilling, something that you kept working on even though it wasn't fulfilling you anymore. It may have been bringing you stress, but like I feel your relationships can definitely help heal that throughout this Mercury retrograde. There's something that you're going to be reviewing. Oh, And wasn't I talking about you guys like having a writing project? You guys just may be having to study more with whatever this is, study more about this partner or about this writing project that you guys may have. Yeah, interesting. Pile 2. I'm also seeing here that you guys may be trying to stop the motion of a certain relationship going through so you can take time to either know yourself or investigate them. So that may be why things are kind of at a standstill, right? Okay, pile 2. What else? So yeah, pile 2. For you, mainly what I am seeing here is that during this Mercury retrograde, there's going to be a standstill in multiple areas of your life. I think it's going to be very dual, but I think it is for a better cause towards the end. I think it's going to ultimately help you get to whatever you've been striving for recently, okay? But right now you're being asked to definitely tend to your relationships during this Mercury retrograde. There may just be some miscommunication in that area or something like that, but also I feel like you guys may be taking a look inward to really review what it is that you want, and just kind of like, because we have here, it looks like she's just studying really hard, and here he's taking a deep look at himself. So I think like this may be like something that's going on for more than like not just you. It may be happening to both of you in a relationship where you're both really taking a deep look inside yourselves. Sorry. Sometimes my words get all sorts of jumbled, and that may actually be happening to you. Like I said earlier, how you may be trying to write something, you just can't get it in the right words. You guys may be struggling to do that in your relationships right now, but I think this Mercury retrograde is going to definitely help you guys take a deep look within yourselves, because this other area of life is at a standstill right now. So it's like, what's better to do? It's almost like you're waiting for something to go forward, which will be happening after the Mercury retrograde. And this is like the waiting period. And like the good thing to do during this waiting period is what I'm seeing is tend to your relationships, whatever is feeling a little icky in this, whatever this 2 of Cups is for you, pile 2. But let's go ahead and draw some of these puppies here. See what else we can get about this Mercury retrograde for pile 2. We were talking about 2s earlier. You're also pile 2. Funny. Okay. So what does pile 2 need to know about this Mercury retrograde coming up? Okay. Ooh. So as soon as this popped out, I heard rearranging your wardrobe. For some of my pile 2s, that might stick. But look, we have Witch. Justice is coming. Ooh, and it looks like she's about to like, she keeps her sword in her closet as like a backup, and when she needs it, she's got her sword, she's got her baseball bat, and she ain't scared to like take off her earrings and serve up justice. Yeah, that's definitely the energy that you guys have. You guys aren't scared to fight for what's right for you, to fight for what you believe in. And justice will be coming, I think, after this Mercury retrograde ends, right? So around, crap, what did I say? Did I say June 3rd? If you don't remember from the beginning of the video, just look it up. Sorry, I'm horrible. But yeah, I think that some kind of justice will be served within whatever you've been trying to pursue recently because of the breaks that this Mercury retrograde is bringing you. Because of this deep look that you're having to take within yourself. I feel like it's going to help you really be equipped with what you need for this next step in your life, okay? It's like, yeah, definitely, just with her having this wardrobe here, I'm seeing and hearing like you guys just need to level up your armor in a sense, right? so that you can be prepared for what's coming, because you're used to doing this all on your own. But I think the next step might be including someone. So like you guys are both having to make sure you're prepared for this next step. For some of my pile twos, you may in fact be getting married, right? And you're used to being independent, and now it's like a whole new step into life. Let's keep going. What else for my pile twos? This Mercury Retrograde. If these cards get any bigger, I won't be able to grab them. Let's see, for my pile twos. This Mercury. Okay, this guy wants to come out. Ooh, yeah, look, mirror. And it says, treat your body like the palace it is. And look, right here, we have this guy looking into a mirror. So during this Mercury retrograde, you're definitely going to be taking a deep look within yourself, maybe even to see if like you want to pursue a certain relationship with somebody. Even this isn't, if it's not intimate relationship, like to see if you want to pursue a business relationship with somebody. You're really trying to weigh out the pros and cons. You're really investigating into this because you're used to doing it on your own. You don't know if you're ready to invest that much of yourself with somebody else because you're used to doing it on your own. So this is that break for you to, sorry, let me just tuck this right here. That break for you to investigate yourself and find, definitely also find yourself and what makes you happy. As you can see here, she's dancing to music. So it's like you guys both have a very strong and stable sense of independence, and you guys both really know what you like, and I think it's going to work very well together. There's some deep shadow work that almost needs to be done, and not even shadow work, just like some very strong insights that are going to come in about yourselves during this Mercury retrograde, pile 2. And then look, at the bottom we have thorns. Whatever thorns you're going through right now, you'll be able to weave together the crown you deserve. This is definitely leading you to some kind of relationship. You're trying to review, is really what's coming to mind. You're trying to review and make sure that this is in your best interest, is what I'm hearing. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull some of these cards. I'll have them all linked in the description below if you are curious. And so these cards are actually on the mansions of the moon, which I'm not quite familiar with. So I don't use them very often because they can be hard for me to understand since I haven't studied much on the mansions of the moon. But sometimes their messages are very strong, and they were really calling to me to use for this video. So yeah, we're going to pull some of these and we will read them out of the book if we need to. Let's see, for pile 2, what does the moon have to say for pile 2's Mercury retrograde? Let's see, pile 2. Mercury. Oh, okay. So, pile 2, we have crescent waxing water moon, and it says shoots, instinct. So this would be the moon that's happening right after the new moon. So yeah, I feel like there's an opportunity for love here because as you can see, this is in a water sign. And whenever we have a new moon in a water sign, that immediately makes me think of a new opportunity for love or like an emotional connection, you know? And I feel like you guys are just kind of going to be following your instincts. And what your instincts are telling you right now is to take it slow at first, you know? Don't go head first like you usually do, pile 2. That's your Mercury retrograde. It's this slow down in life so that you can really review and process what's going on so that you can really treat the situation fairly whenever this like justice is served, you know? Like the fast times will come soon, but first you're being equipped with what it is you need to continue. Okay? So I guess we'll go ahead and read this guy out of the book for you. Let me grab that over here. And look, at the bottom of the deck we have 17 sword, and it's another like signifier of justice. Yeah, definitely heavy Aries and Libra energy about you guys. Okay, pile 2. Geez, that was kind of hard to find in the book. So let's see. We have, what do I want to read here? So I guess I'll read this part. It says, the thin crescent moon in water denotes the beginning of an emotional relationship. Oh yeah, look, the beginning of an emotional relationship or situation in which feelings dominate. Exactly what I was saying. A particular emotion felt today will grow into something greater as time passes, even though it may seem to you, pile 2, like it's passing slowly, okay? This is often the time that a new friendship is formed. When the card is the current moon selected for the moon tables, the zodiac signs below give a further interpretation. And so it gives interpretations for the moon in Scorpio, the moon in Pisces, and the moon in Cancer. So I'm going to go ahead and read all of these just in case they have significance for you. Sorry, I was making sure there wasn't anything else there. But I will go ahead and say that we do have Cancer energy here, and we also have Pisces energy here with the 2 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, okay? So I will go ahead and read all of them, but just keep in mind the Cancer and Pisces, okay? So the moon in Cancer, it says, this is the natural sign of the moon. And in Cancer, feelings are at their most potent. However, they are also at their most protective. And new emotions must be compared with past experience to see if they're valid. Ooh, yeah, exactly like I was saying, comparing these perspectives. Yes, I was saying that exactly earlier. And then with this investigating that you're doing here. Okay, let's continue. Moon in Scorpio, it says, the moon and the sign is extremely passionate, and is prone to go to extremes of feeling. Even at the first promise, the first shoots of romance. Yeah, with this Aries and Mars energy here, Scorpio is also a traditional ruler of Mars, or home of Mars, so that could also be very significant for you, pile 2. And we have here the moon and Pisces. This sign idealizes feelings and the difference between fantasy and reality. Okay, let me start over. Sorry. This sign idealizes feelings, and the difference between fantasy and reality is difficult to separate. Pisces will make almost any concession to allow something emotional to grow. Yeah, I feel like you're really just taking the time and effort to see this grow, even though things may seem slow right now. You're not used to taking it slow right now. But this Mercury retrograde is like, whoa, girl, hold up, slow down. Take it slow, enjoy it while you're going, and enjoy the process of learning. So let's go ahead and get for you, pile 2, some closing cards. I want to give you some affirmation cards to help you throughout this Mercury retrograde. And look, we have the scales here, balanced, another sign of Libra. I love when the cards just correspond so beautifully. Okay, pile 2. Let's see some closing affirmations for this Mercury retrograde. Okay, pile 2. What do they need to know? Help affirm them through this Mercury retrograde. Oh, whoa. And then it messed up my cards like that. Girl. But I think we're going to put this like 4 of them. We're going to put these away, and we will take these 2. That's what I'm feeling here. Okay? And then we're going to try our best to clean this up here. I hope that didn't mess up anything. Okay. You guys are just a little messy over here, and that's okay. So we have here, it says, who am I? Am I who I want to be? Oh, wait. That's not what it says, but maybe that's applicable to you. It says, I am who I want to be, and thoughts cannot label me as good or bad. What truly defines me is how I respond to these thoughts. I will greet passing thoughts with kindness and understanding. Well, yeah, be kind to yourself throughout this Mercury retrograde, pile 2. If you usually, I really don't see that you guys have a hard time doing that for yourself, but I'm also, what I'm seeing here is be kind to how you maybe judge others as good or bad throughout this process of learning about them, okay? Yeah, greet those passing thoughts with kindness and understanding, but don't twist them into something they're not, is really what I'm seeing here. And look, oh my gosh, we have another mirror here. That's so crazy. Yeah, you guys are just taking a deep look, not only within yourselves, but within someone else as well during this Mercury retrograde. And we have here, caring nature. I will always aim to be sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, and kind. Yes, exactly like I was just saying. Try and take time to be kind to these thoughts whenever you're judging as something is good or bad. It says, however, I will avoid expending my own mental health and happiness for the sake of others. My first priority is me. And that's very clear with this Aries energy here. And you know that for a fact that your first priority is you. And you're not afraid to admit that, pile two. But you may be almost like investigating this thing so deeply and trying to weigh the pros and cons of this so deeply that you forget about those things that make you happy. So definitely take time to care and nurture whatever this thing is you're investigating during Mercury retrograde, but don't forget to take time to nurture yourself and what brings you independent happiness in the end. Okay, yeah, pile two. I think that's all that I'm seeing what will happen for you during this Mercury retrograde. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, pile two. I am beyond grateful to have you here today, sharing your beautiful energy with me. If this reading has resonated, leave a comment down below letting me know, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe as it helps support this channel so I can keep providing content for you wonderful souls. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I will see you next time. Hello, pile three. Welcome to your reading where we will be looking at your Mercury retrograde in Gemini in 2022. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and jump into these cards here. So these are astrological cards, and I will have everything I'm using in the description below. But let's see what might be happening for my pile three during this Mercury retrograde. And like I said, Mercury retrogrades are usually known for bringing kind of just disruptions to communication, plans, ideas, technological disruptions, all kinds of things like that, and many other things that can manifest in so many different ways. But let's see, pile three, what is Mercury retrograde bringing for you? I just got the loudest ringing in my left ear. Okay, so, okay, we have here, interesting, opposition. So, and it says here confrontation. So this automatically makes me think that you guys have very strong Saturn and Mars energy I'm getting here. If you're not aware, an opposition is an astrological aspect. It describes the way that the planets are interacting with each other in our perspective throughout the sky. So an opposition is the nature of Saturn, because in opposition, they're on opposite sides of each other. There's a large boundary, right, separating two points of views or people. So this may be happening for you during this Mercury retrograde, some kind of confrontation or opposition that you're getting, maybe towards like an idea or plans that you have. And I could definitely see with us saying here, the opposition being the nature of Saturn. As I'm recording this, we have Saturn and Aquarius. And Saturn and Aquarius is a very, it has strong social boundaries, but it also has humanitarian beliefs. So your ideas may be kind of opposed to someone else's during this Mercury retrograde, or something that you're trying to build up within your social life may be getting a little bit of a setback during this Mercury retrograde. Interesting. So yeah, you guys may have very strong Saturn energy in your chart, or this Mercury retrograde could be aspecting. In fact, in the beginning of this Mercury retrograde, whenever it went into its shadow period, which is kind of like, it will return to this spot whenever it enters shadow. And whenever it entered shadow, it was squaring Saturn. So something that this Mercury retrograde brought up for you, pile 3, this would have been before I'm recording this, but you probably had some kind of social restriction to your plans or ideas. Maybe there was a setback to something you had planned to do due to there not being as many appointments available, or like a slot wasn't open, right? So you will be coming back to that during this Mercury retrograde to review and fix whatever this is. And then towards the end of this Mercury retrograde, whenever it leaves its shadow period, I think around, gosh, I don't know, the 20th of June or something, you may finally see these things kind of starting to clear up and actually show progress within your life. Because in the bottom of the deck here, we have progressions, journey. So this is just like a journey that you're meant to go down. This opposition that you're having, this conflict that you're having during this Mercury retrograde, to kind of help you make amends later. But there is some conflict that you'll have to deal with during, okay? So let's go ahead and move into your tarot cards. We have, the Lovers. Interesting. Literally, this Mercury retrograde, I know it's in Gemini, but it's definitely like, yeah, Gemini is so interactive, and there's like, they interact with all people. I think this Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with people's relationships and, yeah, just one-on-one relationships, honestly, because every single one of my piles has just had that message so strongly. So yeah, this may be opposition with a loved one, with the Lovers being here, and this, could be a significant other, could be a family member, but there's some kind of conflict going on within a relationship, or maybe like someone's opposing you. You guys can't seem to get on the same ground, in the same terms, or the same perspective, right? Clashing ideas. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I am hearing here clashing ideas of what the future should look like if you, if this is a relationship for you, pile 2. Maybe, I'm hearing for some of my pile 2s, you may struggle getting in relationships because your ideas of the future don't match up. But let's keep going. We have here the High Priestess, grounding and centering your energy here. Very interesting. Definitely follow your intuition and whatever feels right, okay? And definitely be true to you. Be true to what you're sensing, okay? Especially if you guys are struggling to make amends with someone, or like actually pursue a relationship with someone because your perspectives are different. Spirit is saying throughout this Mercury retrograde, stay true to you. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, so you guys may get an unexpected message towards the end of this. There may be some kind of conflict in a relationship where you are blocked from talking to someone, or you're just not talking to them because of whatever this difference in opinion is, and you're sticking to your truth. But towards the end of this Mercury retrograde, definitely expect them to message you, even multiple times throughout this Mercury retrograde. It just may be something that was like you had planned, right? It was a new plan, and you're just having to return to this plan or return to a certain conversation. We also have here the Star in reverse. Okay, and this is actually, the Star is Aquarius, right? And we were talking about having Saturn in Aquarius. So, yeah, and then Mercury was squaring Saturn in Aquarius during the beginning of this cycle. So you guys may have significant planets in Aquarius. I could definitely see that. And this could also be aspecting your own Saturn. Like you may be going through your Saturn return right now. Why'd I say it like that? Sorry. That came out weird right now. Or even your lunar return I'm seeing here with the High Priestess. But this is something you're going to have to navigate intuitively, pile 3. You'll have messages along the way, not just from Spirit, but from other people. And it will help you find a balance to whatever it is that you're hoping for. But during this Mercury retrograde, definitely just expect there to be some confrontation, butting heads with whoever this is about a certain opinion. But towards the end of this, I do see them kind of lightening up towards the idea of whatever this is, okay? Especially if, of course, you're watching this around the time I'm posting it because it's about this Mercury retrograde. But this Scorpio lunar eclipse coming up could have some significant meaning for you. As I was saying, I was feeling strong Mars energy with this card, so you may have Mars and Scorpio or just like strong Scorpio placements. But yeah, definitely look into that lunar eclipse as well. That's coinciding almost with this Mercury retrograde. They will be happening at the same time. There may be difficult aspects in your chart or that are transiting during that time, or just difficult energies to say for better wording. Very interesting, pile 3, what you have during this Mercury retrograde. I could see this Mercury retrograde, pile 3, bringing up differences of opinions, okay? But then with this High Priestess centering this energy here, I'm kind of seeing that almost like you guys are lightening up to the idea of not having I almost feel like it's a material world to your standards, or like, you guys just may be almost perfectionists, and now you guys are kind of lightening up and following your intuition because it's asking you to gain a new perspective on whatever this confrontation is, but it's something you'll have to address continuously throughout this Mercury retrograde. But throughout it all, it may seem like there's no hope to fix it, but it's like gaining you hope through it, right? Conflict happens, and then like without such low lows or like hard times, we can't have really good times, right? We can't have compromises. But let's continue with this energy, pile 3. And what else is happening during this Mercury retrograde? And that maybe I'm also seeing that there could be plans that you had forgotten that you made a while ago that are finally coming up for review. And it's like, oh crap, I have to actually go deal with those now, and I forgot about them, and I have this on my plate now. That may be something that happens for you during this Mercury retrograde. So definitely look out for anything like that, pile 3. So let's see. Oh, would have been too many. So let's keep going. My pile 3s. What's going on during this Mercury retrograde? We have warning. The world awaits you. Yeah, so after this Mercury retrograde, you are going to be waking up feeling refreshed and renewed and in tune with your emotions. I mean, look, she looks outside her windows and it's the freaking ocean. That would be so cool. Wow. I wish, but she's really in tune with her emotion, and definitely with the High Priestess here and her waking up, I feel like you guys could be having a hard time remembering dreams during this Mercury retrograde, but towards the end of it, I feel like you guys are going to be very much in touch with it. This Pisces energy right now could also very much be affecting you because we have the fish here. But yeah, definitely look for messages within your dreams. If you guys are having trouble, like if there's this difference of opinion, right? And you are stuck on this opinion and now you're trying to figure out like, what do you really want, right? Like you're really investigating what do you truly desire and what feels true to you and true to your own soul. I feel like your dreams can really point towards that, point to what will make you very happy and break you out of this sort of conflicting times that you're having, and it'll help you find a balance with somebody else in your life that you're struggling with during this Mercury retrograde. But let's see what else. Okay, so that's too many. We're gonna just go ahead and keep shuffling. I'll show you these. It was protest, start a revolution. Interesting. And we have mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. Okay. I'm gonna keep shuffling here. What else do we need to know for pile 3 in this Mercury retrograde? how it will be affecting them. But yeah, like I said, definitely pay attention to your dreams. I feel like there's messages coming out in them. We have here, look, her shirt says Basic Witch. It says potion. Remember to practice self-love. Oh, okay. So yeah, your dreams may be giving you hints to ways that you can self-love. Like for instance, if you're having dreams about swimming in water, maybe it's good to like take a bath. I could see you guys really being able to connect with water and herbs as well. Yeah, for sure. But definitely, like it says here, remember to practice self-love during this Mercury retrograde, because with all of this tension going on and all of the conflict that you may be having, I feel like one way to really escape and get back to you is going to be doing the things that you love and the things that make you feel good. Also, I'm seeing a way you can practice self-love, pile 3, is through your sleep. Maybe you have been getting a lack of sleep recently. I'm seeing with like the conflict that you're having with other people. It's usually not easy for you to butt heads with other people like this. You like things to be easy and flowy and smooth, and you may have to just deal with some of these things during this Mercury retrograde, but I really do think it's not going to affect you too much, because ultimately you're like staying true to you, and you're staying true to what makes you happy and what makes your soul happy. Because like, look, just in these 2 cards, she's really just staying true to herself, even through any conflicting times you may be having. So ultimately, I think for you, pile 3, this Mercury retrograde may not affect you so much. It may be something like kind of unconsciously happening in the background with the High Priestess here. In fact, this could be something that's happening in a relationship outside of yourself. Like you're seeing this in other people, right? Ultimately, you're staying true to you and like, you know, staying true to your dreams and what you need. But right now, you're seeing it happen to other people, and yeah, very interesting. Sorry, pile 3, my boyfriend got home from work, and sorry if I got distracted. I don't even remember where I left off, but let us continue your reading. So what I was seeing whenever I came back is kind of like, if you've been having this opposition with somebody in your life, some kind of disturbances that this Mercury retrograde is going to bring up, the true way to, I think what you're going to be doing when you review these things is you're going to be reviewing them through self-love and self-care. You're going to be trying to heal the opposition and the conflicts that you've been having with other people by maybe taking care of yourself. It's like you're having this new idea and new perspective on how to care for yourself, and maybe that will be sorry, I'm all tongue-tied. I actually have Mercury retrograde natally, so this is not a great time for my speech, but here I am. But yeah, I think this will open you up to new perspectives on how whenever you are treating yourself good and you love yourself and you're practicing self-love, that will reflect back out into your relationships. And I think during this Mercury retrograde, you're seeing the way to solve these conflicts that you're having with other people, these differences of opinions, is through really going back and diving within yourself. So let's go ahead and get some of these cards. These are actually, Mansion of the Moon cards. And I am honestly not very familiar with the Mansions of the Moon. I don't use this deck very often because of that, but sometimes it has really strong messages. And today it was just really calling my name for this video. So we're going to go ahead and pull some of these and see what kind of messages we can get for your Mercury retrograde. Yeah, and then if we need to read them out of the book, then we can go ahead and do that. So let's see. Pile number 3. What is this Mercury retrograde bringing into 3's life? Awareness. What are they reviewing? What else do we need to know? Oh! Whew! Okay. look at this. We have confession. So somebody may be confessing towards this Mercury retrograde, and it may set you aback, right? But also what I'm seeing here is I'm really seeing here you guys going out with friends. Okay, and that may be one of the ways you're practicing self-love. You may have been dreaming recently that you have been going out with friends, and I see that coming up in your life, and you guys really being able to confess what's been almost hiding deep down. It's almost this like review of your relationships, because maybe you have had this like conflicting eye on your relationships recently, and you haven't been going out very much. And it's almost like you have these opportunities not even to just go out, but like collaborate with your friends again and release these unconscious tensions that you've had for so long during this Mercury retrograde. And it's really going to help you get a new perspective on what's been bringing you down. And you're going to end up really being able to join forces with whatever this is that's being disturbed. Very interesting, pile 3. And all of these cards right here, the High Priestess, I hope you can see it. But she is talking to like her unconscious self, right? Her inner self, the one that we can't, that's, not always able to hear. And she's talking to that one. And here she's talking to a friend. And right here, it's two deer battling each other, right? So definitely a strong hold on your relationships during this Mercury retrograde, but ultimately you're going to be reviewing yourself through these relationships somehow, because ultimately what happens out in the outside world is a reflection of what's happening in our inside worlds. And I think you're really going to be seeing the correlation between those two things during this Mercury retrograde. And then look, we have negotiation on the bottom of the deck here. That's interesting. So yeah, you may be able to negotiate with whatever this person is. You may be confessing a way to get past whatever this is, or negotiating a way. You may have just like found some new information during this Mercury retrograde to heal your perspective on something, and like some kind of indifference that you were having with somebody. And how I was saying earlier, how it may be an indifference of opinion of how you, like, two people want to go forward with the future if this is a relationship or something. Like maybe somebody doesn't want kids, or they don't want the kind of same structured life. I kind of see you guys being the more loosey-goosey one with this. You guys maybe like to go out a little bit more. But it is something you're really going to be taking time to review throughout this Mercury retrograde. Some kind of indifference of opinion that's been really causing some havoc in your life. This Mercury retrograde is like, okay, this needs to be fixed now. Time to take this up for review in your relationship and just kind of get a new perspective on it, because the old one's stale and worn out, honestly. Look, morning, the world awaits you. You want to wake up to something new and refreshing, something that makes you feel good again and loved again, especially if this is within a relationship. Just some kind of making amends. And like I said, this is a theme that happened in almost all of the piles, so it's very interesting. Let me know what's happening for you in the comments below. I am very interested. But let's go ahead and read this one out of the book. Okay, so we have the 23rd mansion here. It says Venus and Mercury. Yeah, definitely some kind of conversations that'll be happening for you during this Mercury retrograde. Some kind of miscommunication that might be cleared up. And it also says, I think this means between 12 degrees and 25 degrees of Capricorn, which is also which is Saturn. Capricorn is very interesting because we were talking about Saturn earlier. And then we have Mercury here and Venus, which is like Mercury, which is going retrograde, right? Which should be our communication. And Venus, which is this relationship that we've been talking about this whole time. It's going to be up for review. It says here, Venus represents the choices that you make, and Mercury signifies the mental processes and discussion, like I was saying. With the moon in the responsible and conforming sign of Capricorn, These planets indicate serious and confidential discussions of emotional matters. Yeah, this kind of confrontation that's happening during this Mercury retrograde is going to open you up to whole new emotional waters that you have been waiting for. It's going to help you feel light and free again, like these kids splashing around in this tub in this card, you know? It says, if you draw this card, advice of some kind will be sought and answers provided. The black moon in the image signifies that there is something important that is as yet undisclosed. Like I was saying here, there's some kind of unconscious simmering energy that's making this conflict happen. It says, although it has long been kept secret, the matter will be revealed by or to you very soon. This card often indicates a scandal. So yeah, just expect that during this Mercury retrograde, something being revealed in a relationship. I don't think this is something that's bad at all. I just think it's like you guys actually confessing your true unconscious feelings rather than just butting heads so much. And it's going to really help you guys grow. It says here, the key phrase, a confidential conversation acting as agony and. I'm confused by that one, but yeah, take it or leave it if it's for you. So let's go ahead and move into some of these babies right here. These are some affirmations just to help you throughout this Mercury retrograde, whatever you need to know. Affirmations that you can tell yourself throughout this Mercury retrograde to help you with whatever conflict this is, whatever is conflict in relationships is coming up for review, or just like within your social life. Let's see, for pile 3, what else? What affirmations do they need during this Mercury retrograde for my pile? Okay. We have here the vessel. Interesting, which is also, my tummy just dropped, but Aquarius, she pours water out of a vessel in the star card. So it's like your water has become trapped and contained because of your kind of rigid perspective on something, and it's going to be broken open through this Mercury retrograde. It says here, my talents, skills, hobbies, relationships, passions, and strengths are things that define me. My body is the vessel that contains these wonderful attributes, and to that I am grateful. Another message here is to be very nurturing to your body during this time, practicing self-love, because like your body is your vessel, right? So definitely, like I said, make sure you're getting enough sleep. If you're hanging out with people a lot during this time, even though you're having this rough conflict with people, it may be time to like get a rest and take time for yourself and like pull back a little bit with your energy, especially when Mercury retrogrades back into Taurus and out of Gemini. You may be finding the time to like get comfort like that, you know. Let's see what else we can get from our pile 3s in this Mercury retrograde. Yeah, look, we have healthy right here. Another sign to like really take care of your body, take care of you, even though like you may be having a hard time in your relationships. Don't forget about you, because you are so damn important over it all, right? Like, it says here, physical health looks different for everyone. Therefore, I will listen to my body and do what is best for it. Exactly, body, the vessel. Do what's best for it. What works for me may not work for others, and that is okay. Yeah. This may be a conflict about like perspectives on health, especially what I was saying here, a perspective on like, or an indifference on how you should pursue and continue with life. Like she has all of these ingredients here. Sorry, I thought my candle was about to burn me. But she has all of these ingredients here, and she's like cooking, probably trying to eat healthy. You may be trying to do that, and somebody else doesn't want to share that same healthy lifestyle, and it may be difficult for you to keep on track, but it's going to be something that's going to be up for review during this Mercury retrograde. And ultimately, just throughout it, while you're confronting these issues, practice self-love. And try to wake up every morning refreshed and with a new perspective on life and a new attitude on life. Or just, try to wake up with a good attitude on life and Try and not let the past hold you back from the future, is what I'm hearing. And I know that might sound really random, but like if you have past perspectives on like what health means, maybe you're evolving and trying to find something new, something that really works for you, something that truly works for your body. Interesting. I'm sorry this reading was kind of all over the place, pile 3. I just feel like a lot of different people probably came to this pile, so there's a lot of messages here. And look, we have on the bottom of the deck the circle of life with like a worm and a butterfly. Oh look, it's actually the butterfly, the caterpillar, and the chrysalis. Duh. But I feel like I'm reading for a lot of people here and for a lot of people's cycles. So just take what was meant for you in this reading and leave the rest behind. Yeah, I think I'm going to close your reading here, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I am beyond grateful to have you here today, sharing your beautiful energy with me. If this reading has resonated with you, leave a comment down below letting me know. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe as it helps support this channel so I can keep providing content for you wonderful souls. Yeah, I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I will see you next time.